Of moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms get me out of victory. Now, I have Skyrizi. That really is the only argument the editor see remission in human symptoms is 4 weeks for some people. Many were in remission 12 weeks at 1 year, and at 4 years. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help vividly repair damage of intestinal lining. Don't use allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infection, or lower ability to fight that may occur before treatment will check for infections and disease. Have your doctor let in without symptoms of vaccine. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated with cause. Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Monday night. I am so excited to be with you guys. It is a wonderful Monday. I'm going to give everybody just a minute to make sure that we're all here and together. Sometimes I know it's hard to find the right Zoom and the right link, but we're going to get started in just a second. You guys, I'm excited that you're here. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you a lot of fun information about Park Lane, about myself. My name's Kim Craddock. I'm a senior division leader here with Park Lane Jewelry, and I've been with the company for about 8 years, almost 8 years in May. It's hard to believe it has been that long, but I'm so excited to be able to share that with you. And so, as you're tuning in, I want you to put in the comments where you're coming from. Where are you watching from? So I am about 30 minutes east of Dallas, Texas, in a little town called Heath. You may or may not have heard of it. We're a little suburb, a little lake community. It's so much fun. I've got lots of other stylists here around me, which makes it even more fun. But put in the comments where you're tuning in from. I love in this virtual world that we can all come together no matter where we are. And that's part of what I'm going to be talking about to you tonight. So, a couple of housekeeping little things. So, we're going to have a little fun together over the next few minutes, but there's also going to be a survey that you can fill out at the end. And my sweet friend and helper and fellow stylist, Stephanie, is going to be posting that survey link several times throughout this presentation. So if you miss it at first, don't worry, you'll be able to go back and see it, and you can scroll back up through the comments and see it. So she's going to put that several places. There's also going to be a code word that you put into that survey, and I'm going to give that code word to you at the end. So, no spoiling surprises around here. We're going to wait until the end, and I'm going to give you that code word. You'll be able to put it into the survey and get entered into the free jewelry giveaway. And that is so much fun. I love that we can give away free jewelry. I love that you guys are here to hear a little bit about Park Lane because you love sparkle. And so if someone invited you, whoever invited you here tonight, thought that you would be really interested in what we've got to present. And so I'm excited to be able to bring that to you. Okay, so we have a lot of questions that come up when we're talking about Park. I got it. I'm unmuted. I got it. It gives me a notification. So that's great. It's like you're muted. Keep going. Totally fine. So a lot of you are going to have questions about Park Lane. You might have questions about direct sales. You might have questions about jewelry. And so I'm just here tonight to answer some of those kind of frequently asked questions because I know they all come up. They certainly came up for me. And so just a little bit about me and my story as we're all getting tuned in. So like I said, I joined Park Lane about 8 years ago. In May, it will be 8 years. And I've never done anything like this at all in my life. I've never been in sales. I've never been in direct sales. I've always loved jewelry, but I've never been in this industry. So I was a stay-at-home mom. I got married, met my husband at the University of Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner. If you have any, if you're not a Sooner fan, that's okay. We can still be friends. Met my husband. We got married. We moved to the Dallas area and we started having kids. Now, before that, I was a teacher by trade. I'm an English teacher. I've got words. I love words. And so I was a teacher by trade. I loved being in the classroom. I loved the time that I spent there. But when I started having children, my husband and I decided the right plan for our family was that I would stay home. And so that's what I did for the next, 15, 14 years. I stayed at home with my children. Now, staying at home with the kids, you guys know that's not, I mean, it still involves a lot of work. And I got really heavily involved in my community. I love to volunteer. I love community service. I got super involved in my school district for my kids. And so that became really a full-time job. If you guys have ever volunteered in your school district or in your community, comment volunteer because you know that can quickly become a full-time job. So that's what I spent my time doing in my church, in my community, in the schools that my kids were in. And I really, really loved it. But as they were getting older, so fast forward, my kids are now in high school. My son was at freshman in high school. My daughter was in middle school. And I started to think this time is moving really, really quickly. And I'm going to have what am I going to do after the kids are gone, right? What is my next chapter? I really started to think about that. My husband and I really started to talk about that. And at the time, I knew I probably didn't want to go back into the classroom as much as I loved it. And I actually missed it many, many times. I just knew that it wasn't going to be the right fit for me as my children were still growing, as then I was going to become empty nesting. I wanted more flexibility in my schedule. And so my sweet friend, Christy, who I've been friends with for over 20 years, and she's been in this industry for a really, really long time, had approached me about joining her, and I'd always said no. It was never quite the right time. But she never gave up on me, thank goodness, because when she decided to join Park Lane and change companies, I decided that was the right time for her. And part of the reason I decided that was because of what Park Lane specifically had to offer. And I'm going to talk to you about that just a little bit more in a little bit. But I decided it was the right time for me. So I jumped in. And at the time, that was 2018. We were doing in-person parties. I was having a great time going into my friends' homes, into acquaintances' homes. I went into the schools, getting back into the schools, treating teachers on their breaks and after school to fun jewelry parties. It was a lot of fun. Fast forward to the pandemic, and suddenly everything shut down. You guys know what happened. Everything shut down. Well, we decided to pivot and pivot really, really hard and go straight online, 100% online. If you were in a working position at the time in 2020 and you went straight online, comment online, like talk or virtual, whatever you had to do, comment, because we all were in the same situation. We pivoted really hard. We decided to get online immediately, and Park Lane was there with us every step of the way, which was also so impressive. So from 2020 to now, my business has been 100% online. So fast forward to now, I have two kids in college. My son is a senior at OU. So, my husband and I met at OU. My kids are both at OU. Don't judge. They looked everywhere. They looked everywhere. There was no pressure, but they're both at OU. We're so excited. My son is a senior, getting ready to graduate. He has a job. Hallelujah, right? We're all excited about that. If you're an empty nester or have older children, you know how exciting that is. He has a job in May. He's coming back to the Dallas area. My daughter's a sophomore. And so what this job allows me, and what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, is the flexibility that I wanted in my life as I've become an empty nester. I can do this right from my home. And so that's what I've been able to do. So that's a little bit about me. As you guys are tuning in, if you're just catching up, catch the link to the survey down below. I'm going to give the code word at the very end of this presentation so that you guys can get registered for the fun free jewelry. But let's talk about some of those commonly asked questions that I was referring to before. And feel free to keep in the chat. Where are you tuning in from? If you're new and you just tuned in, where are you coming from? We love to hear where you are all over the country. Okay, so why direct sales? That's a big question that we get asked. And like I said, I've never been in direct sales before in my life. Never done anything like this before. So why direct sales? First of all, just what I mentioned, the flexibility. You can do this anywhere, anytime. It fits into your schedule. So do you have a full-time job? Many of our stylists have full-time jobs, and this is what they do as a fun side gig. Many of our stylists are stay-at-home moms, just like I was, and they want extra income. I know when I started, it was really great to be able to have some extra income to pay for sports activities, to pay for tutoring, all of those things that just add up. My paychecks with Park Lane were able to provide that. And I could do that right here from the comfort of my home. I'm in my office right now, in my home. And so the flexibility is really, really what appealed to me. And I know it will to many of you. Also, it's immediate income. In direct sales, when you submit sales, you get paid on it. And with Park Lane, we get paid every single week. And that's really, really nice to have that extra income, that extra paycheck weekly. You can plan your month intelligently. You can plan for your kids' activities. Or if you're an empty nester like me, you can tuck some of that away for an extra little weekend trip you may have, or just to pay bills, to be able to, do whatever you want with it. What would you do with an extra $300, $500 a week? It's really something to ask yourself. Also with direct sales, it's a plug and play system. We have everything provided for you. This is your business, your way. I always tell stylists that join my team and start working with me, This is your business. This is your way. The beauty of being in direct sales and being almost 100% online is that you get to decide your schedule. You get to map it around your schedule. I know for me, I travel a lot. We go up to Oklahoma a lot to see the kids. We love to go to football games and all the things. My husband and I love to travel. We love to just be gone. And I can do this anywhere. I was just in Oklahoma this weekend, got home yesterday. I was able to take my business with me. And that's the beauty of it. So direct sales really affords you that flexibility. There's no other profession in the world that is like this. We are our own boss. We make our own hours, and it really is our rules. Okay, so why jewelry? Because there's a lot of direct sales companies out there, and I personally love a lot of them and shop with a lot of them, but why jewelry? Well, for me, I've always loved jewelry. I've always worn jewelry, and so it was just an easy fit. But for everyone else, it's also an easy fit because 99.9% of the population wear jewelry. Men, women. My kids love it. They, buy for their significant others. My daughter loves it. Her boyfriend buys for her. Like Valentine's Day is coming up. Jewelry is the number one gifted item that is requested. The number one. So jewelry's just easy. There's also no learning curve with jewelry. A lot of other industries, a lot of other direct sales companies, you really have to learn about the product, you learn, how to talk about it and the different nuances of what you're, bringing to people. There's nothing like that with jewelry. Jewelry is literally, do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you like gold? Do you like silver? Do you like hematite? Do you like the bracelets I'm wearing? That's as simple as it is. So if you can wear it and you can show it, then you can definitely sell it. It's so easy. Also, we wear jewelry to make ourselves feel better, right? To make ourselves, when you look good, you feel good. So I wear jewelry every single day, even though I'm working from home. I might run some errands during the day, get out because remember that flexibility. I can do when I want, when I want. So I'm always wearing jewelry and it just makes me feel good. And I think you will agree if it just, then when you put it on, it just makes you feel good. Put in the comments, makes me feel good. If jewelry makes you feel good, it just brings sparkle. And I will say, a little sparkle next to the face, a little pearl next to the face is an automatic facelift. Comment facelift if you are ready to have that automatic sparkle and facelift in your face. It just brings joy. Even talking about it, I'm joyful. It's also something that is a compliment grabber. So no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, and I think stylists watching this will agree, when we go out, the number one thing complimented on you is your jewelry. Oh my gosh, I love your earrings. Oh my gosh, I love your necklace. I might be at the grocery store and somebody will stop me. I love your bracelet set. I love those earrings you have on. It's just a complimented thing that you're wearing. And so that's an immediate conversation that you start. Oh, thank you so much. Where'd you get those earrings? Oh, thank you so much. I actually work for the company that sells these earrings. I would love to share more. Would you like them? I can get them for you. I know somebody. That's what I always say. So it's an immediate attention grabber. It's an immediate compliment getter. You don't even have to try. It just automatically comes to you and people will compliment you on what you're wearing. So it's that conversation starter and you are a walking advertisement and there's nothing else like it. A lot of other direct sales companies, but not many can say, you're actually wearing the product that everybody can just see and they just compliment you on it immediately. I'm looking at my notes, guys, because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, that's why jewelry. It's easy. You don't have to have an education for it. You love it, you show it, you talk about it, you sell it. So easy. But why Park Lane? Because there are other companies in our industry that sell jewelry. So why Park Lane? Well, first of all, it's the world's largest and longest standing direct sales jewelry company. You heard me right. The world's longest and largest direct sales jewelry company. We have been in business for over 70 years. We just celebrated our 70th anniversary last fall. The company is family owned and operated. There is stability there. And I will say, in the other companies that had approached me for direct sales, because I've been in my community, I've done a lot of things, people had approached me. I was never as impressed with the other companies because I wasn't sure of their stability. And with Park Lane, I will say the stability is there. Family owned and operated for 70 years. You can't get better than that. We're not going anywhere. You don't have to worry about the stability of your job. Also, with Park Lane, as far as the jewelry is concerned, our collection is diversified. And I love that because I have customers ranging from, elementary, middle school age, literally their mom's buying them jewelry, all the way up to 70s and 80s, my mother-in-law, her friends, my mom, her friends. There's such a wide range of customers that we have. And the reason we have that is because our collection is so diversified. There's truly something for everyone. And when I'm talking to people about the jewelry or I'm working with customers trying to decide what to order, it is very evident that there is truly something for everyone. So I love that Park Lane doesn't just work in a niche for one age group or one demographic. It really is something for everyone. And so that makes it even easier to show. Park Lane also stands behind the quality of our product. Now, if you have shopped with Park Lane before, comment shopper. If you are, or if you're, and I'm assuming if you're here, you're a shopper and you love it, comment shopper if you love Park Lane, because you will see that we stand behind our product. We have an unconditional guarantee. I always tell people it doesn't matter what happens. You can run over it with your car. Your kids can use it as a frisbee. Your dog can chew it up, which we actually have had stylists doing style shows where the dog has come in and snagged some jewelry. It actually does happen. And the beauty of that is that it doesn't matter. Park Lane has an unconditional guarantee and they will replace any item, no questions asked. I love our unconditional guarantee. Sometimes our customers just don't like what they got or the ring doesn't fit. And I can with 100% certainty tell them that there's an unconditional guarantee. I also love the materials that we use. I love that we have no nickel, no lead, no cadmium. Those are those kind of icky, poisonous, for lack of a better word, materials that other companies do use. And it's that protective coating that some companies put on there. But your high-end fashion jewelry designers and Park Lane will not use any of those. So with 100% confidence, we can also tell people if you have jewelry allergies, odds are Park Lane is going to be the perfect fit for you because typically people don't have an allergy to the metals that we use because we don't have all of those things that we put on it. But if for some reason you do, unconditional guarantee. We can exchange it. We can return it. No questions asked. So that's something that Park Lane has that not every company has. And I really do love that. It's just easy. Our customer service is amazing. And it's easy for us to be able to be there for our customers. For me, that's peace of mind. I don't want to have any difficulty serving my customers. And that is really a nice thing that Park Lane gives to us. Let's talk about our customers. If you guys have shopped with us, I know you have shopped our 2 and 4 sale. Comment sale if you have shopped our sale and you love it because it is like no other. Buy 2 items full price and get up to 4 items half price. And your full price items are your least expensive items. That's unheard of. It's like going into a department store and picking 2 pair of socks full price and then 4 designer dresses half off. No other company does that. And I tell my customers that. Think about this with me, ladies. Nobody else does that. You get charged full price for your higher priced items and then your lower priced are half off in every other company. I've never heard anybody else doing it the way Park Lane does. But again, they can do that because of the stability of the company, because they know where they've come from and they know where they're going and they want to pass that savings back on to our customers. So if you've shopped that customer sale, you know how good it is. And let me tell you, it is really, really easy to share with other people. So customers come back to us time and time again. I literally have people that will shop with me weekly, sometimes more than once a week, because they know they're getting such a good deal, such a good value. They also know that unconditional guarantee. If for some reason they don't love it or they change their mind, I'm going to help them correct it. So again, for our customer, you just cannot beat our sale and the bonus items. Unheard of. Once you shop our customer sale and you qualify for the bonus item, you can pick any item on the website for $35. And I tell my customers, think expensive. Grab your most expensive item on your list for $35. I'm going to help you get there. You start using that language, you start talking to people that way, they want to shop with you. And guess what? They want to shop over and over again. So that makes our job even easier because all we're doing is sharing beautiful jewelry. All we're doing is sharing the sales that they can get, and they keep coming back to us time and time again. So that's why our customers love us. Okay, hostesses. If you have been a hostess in a party, comment hostess. And I'm assuming a lot of you were. Now, I was a hostess before I was a stylist, and I love the hostess plan. I always tell my hostesses and people who are maybe a little bit skeptical because, it's the unknown. We're not quite sure what we're getting into when we host. I totally get it. So I walk them through it and I make sure to tell them my hostesses typically get between $400 and $500 in free jewelry. And then I pause for reaction. $400 to $500 in jewelry credit. That is amazing. What other company does that? And it doesn't matter if it's a small order of one item or a $300 order. Every single order counts for host credits. Again, something that's unheard of with other companies. And no one can compete with our host rewards program. 10 friends shopping, you get $400 in jewelry, and it's $40 for each order after that. Your hostesses want to have a party. They want to really talk to their friends about the jewelry during the party. And guess what? Their friends want to shop that customer sale and get their friend all the host credits that she can get. So those host rewards speak for themselves. And your friends will want to host with you. And then the beauty of that with our hostesses is that we get into Strangerville, what I call Strangerville. So starting out your business, of course, like any business you start out, you think about any business that starts. It doesn't matter if it's a brick and mortar shop. It doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter what it is, clothing store, anything. Where are you going to start? Where you're going to start with your friends and family because they're the people that love you and want to support you. But very quickly with Park Lane and really quickly with the online platform, you're going to move into Strangerville, which means that your friends are going to bring other friends to their party and their friends are going to be friends and then their friends are going to bring friends. It just starts to snowball. Your business is no longer just with your friends and family. It's in Strangerville. It just happens because people love the jewelry. And in this virtual world, you are all over the country, just like we are tonight. Just like we are tonight. I don't know 99.9% of you on here, but we're talking. We're having this little, presentation. That is how the Park Lane parties work. So if you decide to start this business, and I hope that you do not have to worry about going into the grocery store or church or a sports activity or your kids' school and your friends and family running from you. They will not run from you because you will not be basing your business just off your friends and family. Strangerville is what we get into. And so that's something that I think commonly people think of. I don't want my friends to think I'm doing, whatever, No, we get into Strangerville. And I can honestly say that some of my closest friends now are women all over the country, and I've never met them in person. But we met through this business. We have formed a community. And I can honestly say that there's some really good friends. We care about each other's lives. We care about what's going on. That's Strangerville. That's the beauty of this business. And that's the community that we can build. So that's our hostesses. Okay. What about being a stylist? We've talked about the why Park Lane. We've talked about why direct sales. We've talked about the customer, the customer sale. We've talked about our hostess plan. But let's talk about as a stylist, what is the benefit of joining Park Lane as a stylist? Well, first of all, like I said, it's immediate income. Park Lane we get a weekly paycheck. If you submit, you're going to get paid weekly. And I love that. So it's immediate income. We also have a rich rewards program. Okay. Let me back up. I'm looking at my notes. Let me back up. We have the best compensation plan out there. Now, let me talk about this for just a second. So, like I said before, I've never been in direct sales before. I've never done anything like this before. I was a teacher. I guess I was selling curriculum to students because they weren't always into it. And I was like, you love grammar. Let me tell you why. Because I was an English teacher. So I was in sales a little bit, right? To a little different audience, fourth and fifth graders, whatever. But I've never been in the direct sales space. Always loved jewelry, approached by other companies. It was never the right fit. Now, a little bit about me. My husband has been in sales for, the entirety of his adult life. So as soon as we got out of college, so 28 years, 29, almost 30 years, he's been in sales. And we've looked at all of the other companies together, right? We've looked at it all. When I was approached to join Park Lane and he looked at the compensation plan, he said, this is the plan for you. This is the plan for us. Because he'd never seen anything this good in any other direct sales company. We start with 30 to 50% commission. 30 to 50% on the items that you're selling. It is unheard of. And if you come in like I did, I came in at the beginning level. still starting at 30%. Still starting at 30%, which was absolutely amazing. But now I've been able to work my way up to 50%. And I've never been in this industry before. So anyone can do it. I will say anyone can do it. But the compensation plan is like no other. And the fact that Park Lane gives us 30 to 50% commission is unheard of. But again, we're going to go back to the stability of the company, right? They can do it because they're family owned and operated, because they're not in debt, because they own themselves. And so they can give it back to their stylists and their customers with that customer sale. It all comes back to that stability. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to get my 50% commission. Now I have raised in rank, right? I've chosen to build a team, although I said, and many of you might be saying, I will never build a team. I will never build a team. I'm not going to do that. That's what I said. I mean, the joke was on me, right? Because now I have a wonderful, thriving team and I've been able to work up to 50% commission. If you've been in direct sales before, you might be thinking, oh, yeah, but you lose it every month. Nope. Once you promote with Park Lane, it doesn't matter the level. You never lose your promotion, ever. Again, unheard of. And why do they do that? Goes back to that stability, goes back to family owned and operated, goes back to being cash rich, debt free. They can do that for us. So I never lose my commission level, no matter the stage of life I'm in. I've sent 2 kids to college. If you've sent 2 kids to college or any kids to college, comment college. That is a busy, busy time getting those people ready for school, right? And my business was always here for me, no matter what I did, however much I wanted to work, however much I had to back off. It was still here for me and I never lost that commission. So 30 to 50% unheard of. And then of course, if you do decide to build a team, which let me tell you, just happens naturally because you start working, you start having these parties and people are like, I want to do what you do. And you're like, come on, let's go. Let's do it together. It just kind of happens. You can layer your income and then you are making even more making even more money than you were before. So amazing, amazing compensation plan. We also have rich rewards. So Park Lane, which I love, and I use this phrase all the time, they want us to keep our paycheck in our pocket. When I make money, I don't want to spend it on inventory. I don't want to spend it on product, right? I want to be able to keep my paycheck in my pocket. I wanted to use it for my kids' activities. I wanted to use it for their extra tutoring. Now my kids are in college. My daughter's in sorority. That's expensive, y'all. I want to be able to use my paycheck for those things, to be able to do all of those things for my kids. So paycheck in your pocket is one thing that I really want you to remember. Like that's a catchphrase that I love. Write it down somewhere. Because Park Lane offers us a rich rewards program that every stylist, no matter what level you are, no matter how long you've been here, you have the opportunity to earn over $1,000 every single month in free jewelry product. So if you've been a part of a party before and you've been a guest or a hostess and your stylist has done giveaways, comment giveaway. Okay, comment giveaway if you've been part of a party or you've been a hostess where there have been giveaways. Do you know how we can do so many giveaways? I do 4 giveaways in every single party, and I have 2 to 3 parties every single week. Do you know how we can do that? I'm not buying the jewelry. I'm not storing inventory. What you see here behind me is the jewelry that I wear. I'm not storing that. But we have the opportunity to earn so much every single month with our Rich Rewards program that I have drawers full and cabinets full all over my office of jewelry that Park Lane has given to me because I've earned it. I didn't have to pay for that. And so we can give that back to our customers. Again, how can Park Lane do that? Let's go back again to it. Stability of the company. Cash rich, debt free, family owned and operated for 70 years. They give that back to us. It's really unheard of it. So the Rich Rewards program. We also have a Mercedes car plan. So very early on in your journey with Park Lane, you can qualify to earn a Mercedes car plan. What I love about the Mercedes car plan is that it's your plan, your way. So when you qualify for the Mercedes plan, you can choose to take the $700 that they'll give you towards your Mercedes. Or, like in the case of me, I liked my car. I didn't need a new car at the time. I qualified for the Mercedes car plan so I could take cash. And I got $500 cash every month to put towards my car payment. Or if you don't have a car payment, that's money in your pocket. Your way, the Mercedes car program. You go to the dealership, you get what you want. It is your way. And once you qualify for that Mercedes car program, you don't lose that. You don't lose that. You don't have to requalify for it over and over and over. You just have to hit it every month. And once your business gets rolling, you will. So the Mercedes car program is another perk that I really, really loved. Also, as a stylist, we have something that's so wonderful, and I love to talk to people about this. It's called our Direct Appoint program. Now, if you have been in direct sales before, comment direct sales, whether Park Lane, I know my friends, my stylists here, y'all are with Park Lane. I know you've been in direct sales, but if you have been in direct sales before, comment direct sales. Lots of companies out there, and it's so wonderful because it really does afford women, men, whoever need extra income to be able to do that. But one thing that I think you'll find unique about Park Lane is our direct appoint program, which means that if you've been in any direct sales company before in the past, Park Lane may be able to bring you in at the level you achieved with your previous company. So let's put it in other terms, right? So I always talk about it as a bank president, right? If you're a bank president, and you want to change banks, right? It's time to make a change. You want to change banks. You don't change banks and become a teller. You interview for the position of the bank president or the manager, right? Like a grocery store manager. If you're a grocery store manager and you decide you need to change chains or companies, you're not interviewing for a sacker position. You're interviewing for another grocery store manager position. It's a lateral move, right? Well, with Park Lane, it's no different. This really sets us apart from other direct sales companies. So if you have been in direct sales and you have been there for a little while and you have built any kind of team, we can set you up to talk to someone just to give you information. It's just information. But what I love about it is that Park Lane will honor your experience. They will honor the hard work that you did. They will bring you in at the appropriate level with Park Lane, and you are starting from that level. So you're not going down. It just makes sense to me. Every other industry on the planet will bring you in at a lateral move. I don't know why direct sales companies don't do it. I can imagine though, and I'm going to go back to it again, stability. 70 years family owned and operated, cash rich, debt free. They can bring in their stylists at the level they achieved in their other company because they can compensate for that. They can pay them 50% commission on day one if that's what they deserve coming into the company, unlike anything else. So as a stylist with Park Lane, you know that you will be taken care of 100%. Don't forget, as we're talking here, there's going to be that link for the survey. You're going to want to fill out that survey. Here in just a few minutes, I'm going to give you the code word to put into that survey. But let's talk a little bit about why now. Because if you're like me, the timing has to be right, right? For years and years, the timing wasn't right for me. So why now for you? Well, I will tell you that with Park Lane, we are at the tipping point of explosive growth. I can't even explain it other than the fact that I wholeheartedly believe in Park Lane. I believe in the product we have. I believe in the longevity and the stability of our company. And I believe when you start talking to people about what you experience here, your joy is contagious. Your excitement is contagious. What you are experiencing with Park Lane is contagious, and other people want to join. So since the pandemic, we have had growth of over 400%. I mean, let that sink in for a minute. While other companies were closing, shutting their doors, direct sales companies included, because they just could not continue to go on after the pandemic, Park Lane has seen a 400% growth. So that is why you want to join now. Get in on it while we're growing. We're always going to be growing. But you get in now because there's no downside to it. Again, that stability is there. And you can run your business 100% online if you want. I'm 100% online. Now, if a friend or family member asked me to have an in-home party for them, I would gladly pack up my jewelry and go and do that. But 99.9% of the time, I am sitting right here where I am. I'm talking to customers and hostesses and parties just like I am now. I've got my jewelry here with me and I'm showing it and I'm working my business. And guess what? When I go out of town and travel with my husband, because we're empty nesters now, we can do whatever we want. He's in sales too, so he has flexibility. I can pack up my jewelry and show it wherever I want. I can work my business wherever I want, as long as I have my phone And my jewelry, I can work my business wherever I want. So that flexibility is there for you. So now is the
Do
perfect
something
time
like that.
because you
That's why
can,
it'd be
do it
good for
wherever
you to
you are.
know how to camp out.
Also, let's see, I'm just going to check my notes here. Also, a lot of people are looking for a better way to make income. And again, the flexibility of it is going to be, Steph, do you see her? I think it's Jody. Yeah. It's so hard. I know half the time I get on here and I don't realize I'm not muted. And so I totally get it. Thank you, Steph. Also, a lot of people are looking for different income. They're looking for different ways to supplement their income, just like I was. I was looking for different ways. I was still raising my kids. Many of you might have a full-time job, but wouldn't it be nice just to have an extra $300 to $500 a week? What would you do with that? And so that flexibility is there. You can work from home and you can supplement your income. Many people are just looking to supplement their income. And so as they see you do that, you're going to be a testament to how easy that can be and how accessible it can be for everyone. So we've got all the tools for you. This is truly a plug and play system. Like I said, I was a teacher before. I am not technologically advanced or savvy. I don't like to make graphics. I'm not good at it. I suppose we can all sit here with AI and chat GPT and learn to make graphics. I'm not good at any of that. I know what my skill set is. I would rather use it for other things. So what I love about Park Lane and our team in particular is that it truly is plug and play. We have resources available to us immediately when you join. You do not have to make your own graphics. You do not have to make up your own wording. You change it to sound like yourself a little bit, but we have outlines for you. We have scripts for you. When I have new stylists join, they always ask, do I need to save everything that you're posting in my party group? No, I'm going to give it all to you. It's right here for you. So we're not reinventing the wheel. We're using what we've already been given and we share everything. One thing I will say about this team is that we really do have a motto of women supporting women. And I know you're like, yeah, people say that all the time and women supporting women. It doesn't happen. I will tell you, it really does here. The other stylists on this call right now are here. Not because they need to learn about Park Lane, they know all about it. They're here to hang with their guests and to support me. And I've been getting texts for the last hour from fellow stylists saying, you're going to rock it. You're going to do so good. Do you know how good that makes you feel to have that community? So I can honestly say that the community here is like no other. And because we have that community, we share everything with each other. My success is not affected by anyone else's success because Park Lane rewards everyone equally. So I can share everything that I have with anyone that wants it because my success is not determined or affected by their success. So it really is women supporting women. The community is truly like no other. And I know for a lot of people, for a lot of you watching right now, that might be something that you're craving. And I will say that I didn't know it was going to be something that I needed this much, right? My kids were young, I was out and about, I was volunteering in the schools and all the things. I was constantly surrounded by other moms, by other volunteers, by my kids. I mean, sometimes I just wanted some time alone. I know you guys can resonate, that resonates with you. Well, now I'm an empty nester. And so here I am a lot of the time alone, which is wonderful. It affords me the capability to do anything I want to do. But I am craving that community just like everybody else. And this right here is where I can find it. It's a part of where I can find it. So I know that that resonates to many of you. The last question, and maybe the hardest question that most people ask is, can I do it? You might be sitting here going, yeah, Kim, but I can't get up and speak in front of people and I can't do this and I don't think anybody would buy jewelry from me and can I do it? And I will say with 100% certainty, Park Lane is for everyone. I didn't always get in front of the camera speaking to you like I am now, but we can learn new things. We can do hard things and we are always able to do something new. So Park Lane truly is for everyone. And again, we have the tools to support you as you get started. We encourage one another. We give each other everything that we need to succeed, and we help each other along the way. Your struggle is someone else's struggle. Your success is someone else's success. And so we really do help each other along the way. And so you will not be alone in your journey. So I can with 100% certainty say it is for everyone. Also, if you have young children, like I said, this could be a way to bring in extra income. If you are staring down the barrel of an empty nesting season, like I was, this could be your next chapter. If you have a full-time job and you just want some extra income to supplement some bills you may have, or to be able to take your family on that vacation that you never could before, this could be your opportunity. Park Lane also offers us the opportunity to earn 2 trips a year. Now, with a lot of companies, they will say you've earned the trip, but you have to pay your airfare, you have to pay all the food when you get there, you might have to pay your hotel, you have the opportunity to go on the trip. With Park Lane, they take care of accommodations and airfare. So my husband and I love to travel, and we have consistently been able to go on 2 trips a year with Park Lane. That's another perk. Are you someone who loves to travel? Maybe you want to join Park Lane just to earn the trips. That's amazing. But Park Lane is so smart that as you earn the trips, you're building your business and you're succeeding. And so it just starts to happen. In less than 2 weeks, a week from Thursday, we're going to Cancun, Mexico. And I'm going to get to see all of my stylist friends that I never get to see except 2 times a year because we live all over the country. Stephanie is cheering with me because I will see her there. And I'm so excited to be there. And guess what? In September, we're going to go to Amsterdam. And we've already earned that trip too. Stephanie's going to be there with me. So we're going to Cancun and then we're going to Amsterdam. Last year we went to St. Thomas and we've been to Ireland. We went to Switzerland. We went to Paris, France. And I've been able to add my children onto those trips too. So as they've gotten older, I've been able to treat them to going on some of these trips with us. So if travel is why you want to join, then this is the place for you because 2 trips a year is a lot of fun. Comment travel if you love to travel. And right now we're working for another awesome trip to Costa Rica. And so you are getting in at the right time because if you love to travel and you join now, you can have the opportunity to earn a trip to Costa Rica and you can be with me in Costa Rica. No, I haven't earned it yet, but I know I'm going to. And so I say I'll be there. So I will see you there. So much fun. You can absolutely do this. This business is simple. Like I said before at the beginning, it's jewelry. It's the number one complimented item that you're wearing. You talk about it with people. You talk about your earrings. You talk about your bracelets. You talk about your necklaces. People want to purchase it. People want to look at it and they'll want to purchase it over and over again. So anyone can do this and we are here to help you get started. I'm going to be a little bold here and I'm going to say welcome to the team because I know I'm going to see some of these faces on some of our team calls and you're going to be so excited to be with us. If you have been on the fence about if now is the time, if jewelry is right for you, if Park Lane is right for you, if direct sales is right for you, let me just tell you it is. Yes, 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 and yes. You can do all of these things. The stylist that invited you here is going to be helping you every step of the way. We have an amazing team that will also step in and help. After I do training calls, I always tell every single stylist, give me some messenger questions. If you have a question for me, it doesn't matter if I've ever met you before. It doesn't matter if we're on opposite sides of the country. If you have a question for me, go ahead and message me and I will help you. And so that's how our team is. So absolutely now is the time and you can do it. So I'm going to say welcome because I know a lot of you are going to be here. Okay. Now we've got that survey link that is in the Oh, Megan, thank you. I just saw it. We also have kits to choose from. So no matter how you want to start, we have 3 different kits to choose from. And the stylist that invited you here can tell you about those kits, but that's a steal also. That is a steal. Hundreds of dollars in jewelry of your choice. A lot of times the kits are not jewelry of your choice or product of your choice. It is with Park Lane. So connect with your stylist, 3 different kits to choose from. You pick the one that's right for you, and then you can go from there. The survey link is going to be put in the comments again. Be sure to fill that out. And the code word is, are we ready? This is going to be totally shocking. The code word is sparkle. Sparkle. Easy to remember. Totally what we're talking about. Sparkle, sparkle. Comment sparkle if you love sparkle. And then be sure to use that on the survey for the code word. Well, guys, it has been so much fun being with you. Thank you for tuning in and listening to my story. and listening to, me gush about Park Lane. I hope it's obvious how much I love it. It has certainly been a game changer for me, for my family, and I know it would be for you. Take the leap. Be courageous. Take the leap. You have nothing to lose. Best case scenario, you find a new job, a new side gig, a new career, an extra income provider. Worst case scenario, you walk away with some jewelry in your kit and you can still wear it every single day. This is a no lose situation. I encourage you to take the leap like I did 8 years ago. You won't regret it. I can't wait to see many of you here. Have a great night, everybody. Click on that survey link. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's all I've got tonight. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.